Guys, if you love off-road trucks, I have the video for you. I have two brand new Chevy Silverado Trail Boss trucks. Right here on this side is our long-term project truck. This is a 5.3 liter V8 LT, almost fully loaded Trail Boss. But for almost $11,000 less, you can get this truck, also a Trail Boss, but it has a more powerful 6.2 liter V8 engine. How come? Well, in this video I'm going to show you all the difference between these two trucks, and I have to decide, did we make a mistake by purchasing this truck instead of this? Let's find out. The Trail Boss, of course, is the most capable off-road full-size truck that Chevrolet currently is offering. And this truck you see behind me, our project truck, is a crew cab, 4 full-size doors with a shorter bed. And let me show you under the hood, because that's the main reason why we purchased it. This is a 5.3 liter V8, the most popular V8 that GM currently has, the most popular engine in fact, and it's backed up by a new 10-speed automatic transmission. This combination wasn't available before, so that's why we purchased it for a long-term test. And of course, power ratings are 355 horsepower and 383 pound-feet of torque. So it's not a very powerful engine, but it gets very good fuel efficiency, as we found out. Both of these trucks are wearing the red hot paint from Chevrolet, but there's a telltale sign right here on the hood of this one that says there's a giant V8 under the hood. If you look on the hood of the other trucks, especially the Trail Bosses, it doesn't say anything about what engine is under there. Currently you can get a Trail Boss with 3 different engine options. You can get a 4.3 liter V6 gas engine with a 6-speed. You can of course get that 5.3, or you can get this. And this came out a little bit later, and it's available in this more affordable custom Trail Boss trim. It's a 6.2 liter, 420 horsepower, 460 pound-feet of torque, also a 10-speed automatic. So as far as automatic transmission is concerned and the rear differential, both of these trucks are the same. The ratio in the back is a 3:23. This more affordable custom level Trail Boss has their Chevrolet stamped on the grille. It's fully blacked out. You have a Z71 badge, of course, but the LT has a double horizontal bars, the Chevy bowtie badge, so quite a bit different, but still the Z71 badge way out there. Huge difference in the headlights. This custom truck has basic headlamps, incandescent light bulbs. This LT truck, on the other hand, LED signature, more premium lights. I wish all of them came with this type of headlight because it's safety related. The other difference is down here, because if you look down below, this LT premium truck has fog lamps, which are helpful for close vision. This custom truck, absolutely no fog lamps, but still red tow hooks. When you're buying a Trail Boss, you're basically buying the same running gear underneath. The chassis, the frame, the suspension, even the tires. Both of these trucks right here are riding on 18-inch wheels and 32-inch approximately Goodyear Wrangler Duratrac tires. Same Rancho shocks throughout, same axles, and the G80 locker in the back on both of these trucks. These two trucks have different configurations in cabs and bed lengths. This is what Chevrolet calls double cab, which means shorter doors in the rear. I'm gonna measure the doors on both of these trucks, measure the beds, because that's very important, especially if you're going camping. And I'm also gonna measure the wheelbases just to make sure we know exactly what we're dealing with. This is a double cab. I'm gonna be very careful measuring this door at 32.5 inches, okay? Now the big boy crew cab. Of course, it's been redesigned for this latest generation in 2019. 42 inches, almost 10 inches difference, and you can tell. Let me show you inside. Huge opening. I'm just over 6'2", lots of legroom. This front seat is almost all the way back. Lots of headroom, nice. On the other hand, let me jump in here. Okay, it's a lot tighter. I can still fit, my knees hit the seat a little bit. This is my driving position. Still lots of headroom, but definitely much smaller back seat. Our project truck is part of our off-road series we call No Pavement Needed, where we go long distance off-road and show you some of the most beautiful Colorado trails out there, period. As such, we have this Thule bed rack and a roof nest bed tent. But because this is a shorter bed version of the trail bus, you can see right here, this tent is actually going over where the cab is. So let me measure the bed and figure this out. On the LT, electric lock and dampened tailgate. Let's measure the length. 5 feet 10 inches actually. So it's actually a good sizable bed. And what they've done, they actually pushed the sides of the bed, of course, out more, so you have a lot of volume. On this LT model, you're also getting bed lights and a 400 watt outlet. On the custom, manual latch on the tailgate. Oh boy. Okay, no assist on the tailgate. And the bed length should be around 6.5 feet. Actually, a little bit more. This is more like 6 feet 7 inches. 79 inches right there. So yes, a lot more bed space. And this is also good if you have mountain bikes or motorcycles, dirt bikes. You can actually put most motorcycles in here and still close the tailgate. On the short bed option, the bike might be actually sticking out on the tailgate. All right, let's measure the wheelbase on this crew cab short bed. Okay, I've got about 148 inches. Short cab, long bed. Let's measure the wheelbase. It's identical, 148 inches. This being an LT and almost fully loaded, the only thing we don't have is a sunroof. Full leather interior and multifunction steering wheel with menu functions right here. You got your phone controls, you can scroll for all your menus. You have your cruise control settings and a heated steering wheel. And behind the steering wheel, you also have your volume controls and stereo system presets. In the middle here, an 8-inch infotainment screen. And that's gonna come important in a second once I show you the custom interior. Automated climate control system where you can set your temperatures. Heated seats, seat back and seat bottom. And a variety of different buttons here, including the electrically folding or release for the tailgate. The rear window, it has a slider in the back. You can control it right here. The LT truck has many power output options. There's another 110 volt outlet right here in the front. And let me show you the reverse camera. Right here, it has a couple of options. And you can see the resolution. I hope it comes out. The resolution is actually pretty decent. I can change my views. I can zoom in on the if there was a hitch down there. And of course it has dynamic lines. When I steer, lines change. These two trucks have basically identical four-wheel drive systems. Automated mode which is two-wheel drive biased, all-wheel drive, two-wheel drive high, 4 high, and 4 low. But this LT, in addition to the tow mode, also has normal sport and off-road modes that kind of adjust how the transmission and overall the truck behaves. Welcome to the custom Trail Boss. First of all, you may have noticed 6-person seating in here, 3 across in the front with seat belts, but this is a basic cloth seat with no extra storage. So there are no handles to open this up, and you could lower this, of course, for a console. Cup holders, little cubbies, but nothing in here either. So kind of a basic center console, but 6-person seating, which is very important. Steering wheel, fairly plasticky, very basic, no buttons here. Cruise control is available right here. The center gauge cluster is very simple and controlled by this little dial. Old school. Then we move on to the climate system. Basic controls, cold, hot, fan speed. Okay, that's pretty standard. In the screen, it doesn't look much different, but check this out. It's 7 inches instead of 8. So you can kind of tell the difference. And finally, let me show you the rear camera. I don't know if you can tell, the resolution is poor. It's a little bit less resolution than in the LT. Only 2 different views, no zoom function, and probably because of the resolution problem. And still dynamic lines, so when I turn the steering wheel, the lines still change. But yeah, the resolution is not great. And hill descent control is available. So although you're buying a basic truck, you still have a little bit of electric control here. Check it out right here. The custom Trail Boss does not have an integrated trailer brake controller. It's a shame because it does have a hitch and 7-pin wiring, but this brake controller is only $275 option, so if I was buying this truck, I would definitely get that. Right here by the ceiling controls, very simple. It's only light features and OnStar. And if you look in the back, the rear window, first of all, there's no opening, and it also does not have defrost. As you can see, same controls, 2 high, automatic all-wheel drive, 4 high, 4 low, but only a tow haul mode. I don't think it would be difficult to add other driving modes, but this being a basic truck, this doesn't have it. Normally when you're buying a big 6.2 liter V8 in a GM truck, you're looking for maximum towing, but this is an off-road truck, so I was surprised by this, and you might be surprised too. It actually has a little bit less payload and less towing capacity by a little bit than the 5.3. Right here, 1,621 pounds of payload, almost the same as the other truck, and 9,300 pounds of maximum towing, and that's because of the suspension system and the rear differential ratio. Here's a big conundrum with this custom base truck with a big engine. Yes, it's great to have a base truck with really powerful V8, but premium fuel is recommended. And I've looked at many different owner's manuals, and for the 6.2, especially in the more luxurious trucks, it says required. Actually, sometimes it says 93 octane is required, which is a very premium expensive fuel. It doesn't quite jive with the base model. Both of these trucks have the same 24-gallon fuel tank, but if you look here on the 5.3 liter, it says, you know, no fuel recommendations really, because any regular fuel would work. Right here it says recommended fuel, any engine except the 6.2, 87 octane minimum is okay. 6.2, 93 octane recommended, but it says unleaded gasoline with an octane rated as low as 87 can be used. Using unleaded gasoline below 93, however, will lead reduced acceleration and fuel economy. If knocking occurs, use 93. So basically they're strongly recommending 93 premium fuel, which is not actually available in Colorado. 91 octane is the highest you can get because of high elevation. Neither one of these trucks has towing mirrors, but they are a little bit different. Both of these trucks have manually folding mirrors, but this one also has a spotter on the driver's side and no spotter on the passenger side for some reason, but they're power adjustable. See? In the LT Trail Boss, it has more high-tech features. In this case, it's about safety. Blind spot monitor on both sides, no spotter mirror, and still manually folding, but it also has an extra light over here that you can control. Yes, almost $11,000 of difference between these 6.2 liter custom and a 5.3 liter LT. Which truck would I buy if both of them were at the lot? The custom truck all day long, even with this double cab, because it has a longer bed, has a more powerful engine, and of course a more usable bed. And guys, go back to tfloffroad.com and tfltruck.com for all the latest news, views, and real world truck reviews.